Is Shedeur Sanders the quarterback to finally end the Cleveland Browns' decades-long search for a franchise savior? Or is he a fifth-round gamble destined to crash and burn? The former Colorado Buffaloes star walked into the 2025 NFL Draft with first-round hype, only to face a humiliating slide that left fans stunned and analysts divided. Now, in a quarterback room packed with veterans and rookies, Sanders is fighting for his NFL life, turning heads with jaw-dropping minicamp reps, dodging off-field drama, and stirring up trade rumors that could send him packing before Week 1. From cryptic social media posts to veteran endorsements, his story is a rollercoaster of talent, controversy, and raw potential. Buckle up, because Shedeur Sanders is rewriting the Browns' quarterback saga. And you won't believe what's happened so far. Picture this, it's April 2025, NFL Draft Night, and Shedeur Sanders is sitting in the green room, waiting for his name to be called. He's thrown 37 touchdowns, posted a 74% completion rate, and led Colorado to a bowl game under his father, Deion coach Prime Sanders. Scouts called him a top 10 lock, with some saying he could go as high as no to overall, but as the first round ticked by, then the second, then the third, his phone stayed silent. Teams passed, some say spooked by Deion's larger-than-life persona, others doubting Shedeur's ability to handle NFL defenses after being sacked 42 times in his final college season. By the time the Browns grabbed him at pick 144 in the 5th round, the NFL world was in an uproar. X posts lit up with fans screaming steal of the draft while others sneered he shouldn't even be drafted. For Shedeur, it was a gut punch, but one that lit a fire he'd carried to Cleveland, back in Boulder. Shedeur wasn't just a quarterback, he was a leader forged in chaos. Playing for Colorado, he faced relentless pressure, taking a beating behind a shaky offensive line that saw him sacked 42 times in 2024. Yet, he still completed 74% of his passes, threw for over 3,800 yards, and kept his cool while defenses hunted him down. Under Deion's intense coaching, he learned to tune out noise, media scrutiny, fan expectations, even his dad's larger-than-life shadow. He ran practices like a general, rallying teammates after a 1-11 season to a 9-win turnaround in 2024. That grit, that ability to shine under fire, wasn't just stats, it was a mindset. And when he arrived at Browns minicamp, that mindset was about to shake things up. When Shedeur stepped onto the field at Cross Country Mortgage Campus in May 2025, nobody expected him to outshine anyone. The Browns' quarterback room was a circus: Joe Flacco, a Super Bowl MVP, Kenny Pickett, a former first-rounder, Dylan Gabriel, a third-round rookie with big college numbers, and Deshaun Watson, sidelined but looming large. Sanders, the fifth-rounder, was supposed to be a practice squad afterthought. Instead, he stole the show in live drills. He fired pinpoint deep dig routes, hit receivers on outbreaking throws with perfect timing, and read defenses like he'd been in the NFL for a decade. NFL Rookie Watch reported coaches were shocked at his precision, saying he threw with the touch of a 10-year NFL veteran. In one red zone session, he connected with tight ends and slot receivers so smoothly the offense hummed like a well-oiled machine. Even more surprising, coaches sent him out ahead of Gabriel in a key simulation, a move that sent shockwaves through the locker room. Mary Kay Cabot, a Browns insider, noted he ended minicamp with a strong push that's rewriting the QB competition. But just as his star began to rise, trouble was brewing off the field. In June 2025, Shedeur's name hit the headlines for all the wrong reasons. Cleveland police clocked him speeding twice. The first ticket was bad enough, but the second, reportedly at 100 miles per hour, set the internet on fire. Ex-users piled on, with some joking he was auditioning for RB1 with that speed, while others slammed his maturity, pointing to his 40 to college sacks as proof he makes poor decisions under pressure. In a city desperate for a quarterback to believe in, these missteps were a big deal. Critics argued a rookie fighting for a roster spot can't afford to look reckless, especially with Deion's media spotlight amplifying every move. Was this a sign Shedeur couldn't handle the NFL's glare, or just a young guy making rookie mistakes? Sanders didn't make excuses. He hit the film room, sharpened his footwork, and let his play do the talking. And what he did next caught everyone off guard. Walk into the Browns locker room, and you'll hear one name buzzing: Shedeur. Veterans like Myles Garrett, one of the NFL's fiercest pass rushers, can't stop raving about him. He's got a good head on his shoulders, always smiling, always ready to work, Garrett told reporters, adding that Sanders lifts the team's vibe. Cornelius Johnson, a battle-tested leader, called the QB competition something special, with Sanders standing out for his poise inspired by competitor transcript. During mic'd-up moments, teammates caught him cracking jokes, keeping the Mood light while nailing play calls, receivers love his accuracy, tight ends say he's easy to read. Even defensive players admit he's tough to predict. In one drill, he audibled at the line, threading a pass through double coverage that left coaches nodding. This isn't a rookie begging for respect, he's earning it, rep by rep. But there's a storm brewing that could derail everything. The Browns quarterback room isn't just crowded, it's a powder keg. 5 quarterbacks Flacco, Pickett, Gabriel, Sanders, and Watson are fighting for, at most, 3 roster spots. Most teams carry 2 or 3 QBs, so someone's getting cut or traded. Speculation is rampant. Could Sanders land with the Los Angeles Rams, backing up Matthew Stafford? Or maybe the Buffalo Bills, learning from Josh Allen? The Indianapolis Colts have been floated too, where he'd compete with Anthony Richardson. Skip Bayless even suggested Cleveland might draft Clemson's Cade Klubnik in 2026, signaling they don't see Sanders as their long-term answer. The Browns' history of quarterback chaos over 30 starters since 1999 doesn't inspire confidence. Ex-posts are split, with some calling Sanders QB1 and others saying he's headed to the CFL's Toronto Argonauts, who hold his negotiation rights. With training camp looming, the pressure's on. And Sanders dropped a hint that's got everyone talking. On July 14, 2025, Shedeur took to X with a 3-word bombshell, "Time will tell." The post exploded, with fans dissecting every word. Was it a confident jab at his doubters, a signal he's ready to seize the starting job, or a subtle plea for patience as trade rumors swirl? One X user finished his sentence, "Time will tell," that you shouldn't have even been drafted. Another declared, "KB1 incoming." The post screamed underdog energy, the kind Sanders has leaned into since Colorado. Back then, he turned a 1-11 program into a 9-win contender, silencing critics with every touchdown. Now, in Cleveland, he's got that same chip on his shoulder. But there's another twist in this saga, one that's raising eyebrows across the NFL. Shedeur's been spending time with Deshaun Watson, the Browns' sidelined star recovering from an Achilles injury. Watson, once a Pro Bowl quarterback, is a controversial figure after accusations of misconduct by multiple women, yet he's taken Sanders under his wing, teaching him 24 things every quarterback should know, from reading blitzes to managing media pressure. For Sanders, it's a goldmine of knowledge, but it's also a tightrope. Aligning with Watson risks tying him to a toxic narrative, especially in a city where fans are quick to judge. Ex-posts have called it troubling, with some fans worried Sanders is getting too close to a quarterback whose career is on thin ice still. Sanders isn't shying away, he's soaking up Watson's lessons, from pocket presence to handling adversity and applying them in practice. But he's not just leaning on veterans, he's making moves to win over Cleveland. Off the field, Sanders is doing more than throwing passes, he's throwing parties. He organized a community event in Cleveland, charging just $2 for a day of music, games, and food, aimed at uplifting a city that's seen its share of heartbreak. Fans packed the event, snapping photos with the rookie who's quickly becoming a local favorite. It was a masterstroke, countering the speeding ticket headlines with a show of leadership and heart. Ex-posts lit up with praise, one calling it QB1 energy off the field inspired by. Sanders even blasted his song to legit at the event, showing off his personality and love for music, a nod to his Colorado days when he'd vibe to his own tracks before games. It's not just about football, it's about building a legacy in a tough town. But can he keep the momentum going? Shedeur Sanders' rookie season is a high-stakes gamble. He's got the stats: 74% completion rate, 37 college touchdowns, and the swagger, with veterans like Myles Garrett calling him a game-changer. Mary Kay Cabot, once a skeptic, now says he's got a shot at QB1. But the Browns' quarterback mess is brutal. Joe Flacco's experience, Kenny Pickett's pedigree, and Dylan Gabriel's flash make it a dogfight. Trade rumors to the Rams, Bills, or Colts keep swirling, and Skip Bayless' prediction of a 2026 draft pick like Cade Klubnik looms large. Then there's the CFL chatter, with the Toronto Argonauts holding his rights, though insiders say he's all in on the NFL. His time will tell. Post sums it up, nobody knows what's next. Is Shedeur the Browns' future, ready to lead them to the playoffs for the first time since 2020, or is he a flash in the pan, destined to be traded or stuck on the bench? One thing's for sure, every snap, every post, every move he makes has the NFL world watching. What do you think? Can Sanders climb the depth chart and become Cleveland's hero? Or will the Browns' quarterback chaos swallow him whole? Drop your thoughts in the comments, smash that like button, and subscribe for more NFL drama. I'll see you in the next one.